G'day guys, and we are live. Elena Rybakina is the Women's Australian Open champion, and you probably don't give a shit about that because we're on an FPL stream. Sorry, I'm a couple of minutes late. I was watching the end of it. You can't see me. Can't see me? Or am I on stream? Let me know if you're having problems catching me. I can switch to another one. Otherwise, if everything's okay, everyone just let me know in the chat. All right, Jappel, hello, mate. Morning, lads. Morning, GV. Morning, Bailey. How are you guys? Oh, Capsy, you're glitching. That's not what we want to see, mate. Not what we want to see early doors. Yeah, just caught the end of the AO. Absolutely unbelievable. Great performance from Rybakina. And tomorrow we have the big Carlos Alcaraz, Novak Djokovic. Have people put their team IDs in the chat so far? Cap C, first one in, mate. First one in. Rico, Luca, are you guys here? Unbelievable. Is it okay if I'm next because I got to go somewhere for basically a deadline? So like 11. Yeah. Cap, let's do your team, mate. You're on screen now. All right, mate. Well, let me just chuck the other team IDs that have been put in the chat just down below. I'll make a note of them and then we'll crack on. No point making note of Rico's because his changes every 5 minutes, so not worth it really. All right, so one free transfer for you, mate. Dorgu, the big man, he's finally gone. He's done you solid 8 points at least. Mateus Nunes on the bench for an 11-pointer. That's tough. That is tough. Shirky, Caicedo, and Bumo, Rice, Anderson. Midfield's looking nice. Caicedo v West Ham, and Bumo v Fulham. Anderson v Palace. Rice v Leeds. Shirky v Tottenham. I like your 5 in the midfield. Haaland up top versus Tottenham probably. I don't like Ekatike v Newcastle. Don't really like Thiago v Brentford either. I like Gabriel v Leeds. Don't really like Thiago v Liverpool. I like Mateus Nunes v Tottenham. Dorgu gone. So I mean, transfer's probably got to be Dorgu to a defender, and I think my defender at this stage is probably going to be Senesi. I think if I was to go to a defender, it'd be between Senesi and Munoz, if I'm honest. Morning, Ben. Who'd you bench out of, Minte or Anderson? Minte, mate. Everton, good defensively. Anderson started to take a few set pieces again now. It's great for DEFCON. It's a banker. Thinking of Cherky to Semenyo. Don't think it's worth it. Think you need to sort out your defence this week. And think you need a third defender. You're going to play Gabriel and Nunes. You're probably not going to play Theo, Lewis Potter, or well, obviously Dorgu. So I think you need to move Dorgu to a defender. Yo. Teach me tips. Currently out and about. I've got to go, but good luck all. Much love, mate. Thanks for tuning in for a little bit. Good luck this week, mate. Bailey, have you made it in, mate? Have you made it in? I did see you earlier in the stream. Have you got your team ID, Bailey? Chuck it in the chat down below so we can pull your team up and chat through. MCax, hey mate, how are you? Put your team ID in here as well. In fact, if I put my microphone here, then I won't chat rubbish away from the mic. One, hey mate, hope you're well. Nice rank, thanks man. Yeah, did have a red arrow though last week. Went down a little bit to 9k in the world, but still going strong. I think Minte will start. Yeah, I mean, regardless whether Minte starts, I wouldn't play him. I'd probably play Anderson instead. Oh, sorry, Anderson, the Fulham player. And sorry, mate. I read that. Did I read that wrong? Oh, yeah, I read that wrong. Anderson, SEN. My bad, mate. Abdullah. Hey, mate. Niels. Hello, mate. Help me with my bench, bruv. MCAX. Yes, sir. Meeks. I'll just call you Meeks, mate. Don't know if you fancy that or not. No members today, Cap, so don't wait around for it, mate. Fulham, Anderson or Minte? Yeah, okay. In that case, I'd probably be going Minte over Fulham's Anderson. Man United have been looking on absolute fire lately, so yeah, I'd be going Minte. Any City leaks? I have Cherky, Nunez and Haaland. Not at the moment, mate. Haven't seen any. I'll check Twitter again later. Absolutely crazy that was yesterday. Bailey, I think if they showed you my team somewhere, Adam, do I make a transfer? I got to go soon. My dad was shopping. I can't look everywhere, to be honest, mate. If you chuck your team ID in the chat, then I'll pull it up. But yeah, like, it's across so many social media platforms, just keeping a track of everything's difficult. Guys, who are we captaining, Haaland or Bruno? I'm captaining Bruno this week. Just think he's looked great. But yeah, Haaland's never a bad captaincy option, except for last week. How do I see my team ID? If you go into Fantasy Premier League on the web, on the computer, and click on points, it will show it in the URL at the top to find your team ID. OA, Cunha or Bruno captain? No, Capsy, no point. -4, mate. Not worth it. Just one transfer, Dorgu to Senesi or Dorgu to Munoz for me. I think you can pick which one you want to go for, who you prefer. I do think both are good options over the next 4 or 5 weeks as well. Cunha or Bruno captain, Orange Apple? I'd definitely go Bruno over Cunha. I'd consider Mbumo over Bruno, but I'd definitely be going Bruno over Cunha. By the way, I'd done the Mbumo move without your permission. Well, that's good, mate. Did we not talk about the Mbumo move? Szoboszlai 13 to Bruno. Yeah, that's right. Show my team. Yeah, I'll put just briefly. I'll pull my team up. And then I'll get back to your guys' teams because, I mean, let's be honest, it's more important me doing you guys' teams. This is what mine is going to be this week, most likely. I'm thinking of going Saka to Rice. I've got one free transfer, so this might be Declan Rice. Outside of that, I think I'll stick with this. Anyway, got a few team IDs in, so... Guy, yes, I'll get to your team, mate. Guy 07S. 4249496. Over the hill, Bill. Nice to catch you live. Yes, mate. Nice to have you in here. Is that a Manly Eagles badge that you got? I can't see it. It's a bit small. Quex, hey mate, how are you? I am sorting out that payment for you, mate, this week. Yeah, I just had my house up for rent today, so a bit hectic. Manly Sea Eagles, nice. How did you feel about the loss of old Daly, the OG? All right, next on the list, MCAX. No, did I miss? No, sorry, Orange Apple. Yeah. Sorry, Alex. And then MCAX. Oh, you're here, Alex, aren't you? So 1 free transfer again this week. Smenyo in was nice last week, eh? So unfortunately we went... Rico, you're back. Yeah, any chance to make a quick comment on my Salah wildcard before I go to bed? Yeah, just chuck the team in below, Nils. I'll comment. Rico, I mean, it's lucky that if you even typed your team ID incorrectly. Yep, Guy, I've got your team listed down, mate. I got Orange Apple, Rico, MCAX as well. Adam VVD provided triple assist midweek in Champions League. Should we hold him or start moving him to Chalobah or an Arsenal defender, as there is a confirmed double for both Arsenal and Chelsea? There's not a confirmed double for both Arsenal and Chelsea. One or the other will be doubling. Whoever wins in the EFL. Bailey? Where do you see a team ID? You go to the FPL website, the normal one, like this one here. Go to the points page, and in your URL at the top, in the website URL, you'll be able to see your team ID. No moves made yet. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, so Gabriel, nice. I think Verge v Newcastle. Unsure. Let me have a think. Sunderland, you got Alderete v Burnley is nice. Enzo, Rodgers for me is a bit wishy-washy, but they do have decent fixtures over the next 5. Cunha, okay, but as we can see about these minutes, a bit of a issue, hopefully. Gets back in the starting lineup. Semenyo, nice. Ekatike, Thiago, Haaland. Look, I think realistically, my similar advice would be Dorgu to Senesi or Munoz. Just because it's difficult to find the right pick in that midfield or even forward section. Whereas defensively, I think there's clear, really nice picks. And you don't really have, in my opinion, the strongest defence. Especially now with Dorgu out, you've basically got Heaven as your fourth. He's not going to play for United. So you really only have 3 defenders. Dusty, hey mate, how are ya? The hill I'm over is in Brookvale. Never liked DC anyway. Reece deserve him. Oh, you're in Brookvale. Nice, man. Over the hill, Bill. Yes, mate. Add you to the list on there. I will get to everyone. In order. You might just have to stick around for a little bit, but I definitely will get to you prior to deadline. So if we can. It's 2025 AI takeover and we still copying URL to get team ID. How about generate a QR card for team ID? Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? Maybe that should be I wonder if I can get one. I wonder if I can get one that I can put on screen and you can just scan a QR code and then it will take you to your points page and you can look at. But on the phone you don't get the team ID, do you? That would be good. That would be good if I could do that. Put it on the screen, scan this QR for your team ID. Who would you captain if I can't get Bruno? Alex, yeah. It'd probably be Haaland for me, mate. Probably be Haaland. I'd actually be tempted with Gabriel, but it'd probably be Haaland. 30 people today. Let's go. Chat is buzzing. Chat is buzzing. Lovely. But yeah, Abdullah, I'm not against holding VVD. I'm not against holding him because from 26 onwards, those Liverpool fixtures are very good. And if Liverpool click, I mean, I've been saying this all season, but yeah, I mean, unless you desperately want to go to another defender and your defence is weak, you don't need to move off him. You could potentially move off someone else. If I had to choose Senesi or Munoz for this team, who would you punt on? I mean, the upside punt is Munoz. The upside punt Munoz, clearly. But obviously Palace in a bit of turmoil at the moment. But, I mean, their fixtures are very good. And Munoz is obviously super attacking. So, I mean, if you're looking... I guess, are you at 1.4 mil? I'd probably go Munoz and just punt for the upside. Senesi's more of a little bit of a safer pick that you want to build if you're building a team. Munoz is if you're looking really to try and get a big hit in there, but you've also got to accept that he might just get a couple of 2-pointers. Whereas Senesi, I feel like he's going to pick up DEFCON. His DEFCON stats are unreal. So I don't know, he's by far the best defender for DEFCON. So yeah, I think I'd go Munoz as a punt. Senesi if you're sort of like comfortable with your rank at the moment, not looking to go too crazy and just build a nice defence. And yeah, I'd probably captain Haaland in this team. So yeah, I'd probably go Dorgu in your case to Munoz. And then I'd bench one of Thiago, Cunha and Rodgers. Kick off just in time to ask if there's a giveaway today. Mate, there's always a giveaway if you tell me what your name is. Yeah, I think that's it, Al. I'm going to crack on through some more people. Rico, you're still here, yeah? 142173. One free transfer, Rico, Tarko, Shalaba, Gabriel, lovely. Senesi as well. Lovely. Back four looking really nice. Tarko. Yeah, Tarko, Shalaba. Yeah. I'd play all four at the back. Bruno Fernandes, Rice, Semenyo, and then one of Rodgers and Wilson. I'd probably just go Harry Wilson. Oh. He's just been in such good form. Such good form. I know it's a tough game against United, but I'd go Harry Wilson. And then probably Haaland. And then one of Ekatike or Rodgers. It'd potentially be Rodgers and I'd potentially bench Ekatike, but that's, I know, a tough thing to do. YouTube chat keeps saying I'm not subbed, so couldn't chat, but yes, tough. Make sure you're subbed then, mate. Make sure you're subbed. He's not lying. Maybe he is lying. Rico, who would be bench? Yeah, so I think bench would be obviously Goodmanson and Guiu, and then one of Ekatike or Rodgers. I am subbed. Only trolling you out, mate. Adam, is there a glitch in the chat as I'm not able to message? It says you aren't subbed. That is weird. I've got your message though, Abdullah. Where are the leaks, bro? Brought in JP before the price rise. Oh, so you got JP up top for Ekatike? So in that case, I'd be benching Rodgers. Rodgers or Wilson. I'd definitely be playing JP. Yeah, I'd definitely be playing JP. It'd be Rodgers or Wilson for me. It'd probably be Rodgers. I think that's who I'd pick. I like going with the form midfielders. I think form's quite important in the midfield. Has been this year. Yeah, that's... there is some kind of glitch because it does send out messages sometimes. Let's have a look if I can just... What I might do is I'll just jump in and I'll turn off needing to be subscribers and then I'll turn it back on again and then see if that helps. Subscribed. Yeah, just make sure you subscribe or you're screwed. Let's try that. Right, everyone can unsub now. No, subscribers turn back on. Salah has an excellent record against Newcastle. I expect a goal from Salah. Tell that to Niels. He's keen for a... Niels, have you sent me your Salah draft? Weird that it's doing that, by the way, everyone. Sorry about that. It's YouTube being shit stirrers, aren't they? All right, let's get to the next teams anyway. MCAX, you're next. Guy, yeah, I can do your teammate, but you just got to wait. I'm just going to go in order. So you got MCAX now. Quex. No, you're here, kickoff, mate. You are here. You're not blocked. I don't know why it's being weird. Maybe we'll just change today to just be anyone can send messages for the sake of the team. I don't know why it's been weird today. Yeah, I've got it on subscribers any duration. I think it's because YouTube added something that's a bit weird. Let me try this. I'll try and turn it back on again. Kickoff, I told you, mate. The giveaways when you tell me your name. All right, sorry. Like, we're back in the game here. Kickoff. MCAX. What are we saying? You wildcarded last week. So how many frees do you have? Let me just check back the week before. You had one save, so you got 2 frees now. Is that right? 2 free transfers. Post wildcard as well. So let's have a look how you're tracking. Everton, Brighton. Gabriel, Mukiele, Tarkovsky, Timbo, Chalaba. Mate, I'll be playing a back 5 this week. Your team is so strong with Rice, Bruno, Enzo, Thiago and Haaland. And I'll be benching Ndiaye. And I'd be benching Rodgers. Your team's so strong. You could choose to potentially... like switch out a Timber for maybe like a Rodgers or an Ndiaye if you want to take an aggressive upside punt, but I think or Tarkovsky, but I think I'd play 5 at the back. Campbell on wildcard stuck on Mbumo Creepy versus Evan Wilson. Mbumo Creepy for me. Robbie, here he is. What a guy. How are you, mate? Good to see ya. What's happening? Does that help, MCAX? I think that's what I'd do. Aussie, I've got to go right now. I won't be here for the rest of the deadline. What to do? What are your free bench guys, Cap? Just type in the chat. I'll tell you what order. Is Haaland a sell, Bailey? No, I don't think so, mate. Pickford, Timber, Gay, Gabriel, Senesi, Bruno, Wilson, Rodgers, Semenyo, Haaland, Thiago. I'd probably roll your transfer, Bailey. I'd probably roll your transfers. I don't think you need to make a change. How much have you got in the bench? You could go Rodgers to Mbumo. Otherwise, I think your team's nice, Bailey. Hey, Jan, how are you? Could you fit a team review queue on the screen? Maybe a ticker at the bottom. Yeah, I should do this. Like, I really should do this. I think that would be really useful. I'm just trying to find a way of how to make it dynamic. Yeah, I was working through that the other day. What do I think of Creepy Junior if he starts getting goals, assists? Yeah, I think if he does, he's great. Like from game week 20, I mean from this game week really, he's pretty good. But 26 all the way through to 30, 31. MMA, what a fucking legend, mate. What a legend. Oh, Nisha's got the membership. Unbelievable. MMA, thank you, mate. How are you? Great to see you back in the chat. Hope you're good, mate. Robbie Light loves to get in there. Can't be outdone ever, Rob. Can't be outdone ever. Thank you guys, much appreciated. The super chats and the memberships. Great to have you back in here, MMA. Or you, of course, every week, Rob. Congratulations to Joe Thurgood 7361, who's never become a member. Global Sports Cards received a membership. Leak Crew, who's previously been a member. Dylan, of course, who I think is already a member. And Nish, absolute legend. Great that he's become a member. Any of you guys that have made membership, please feel free to send me your WhatsApp to be added to our WhatsApp chat. You obviously get to skip the queue in team reviews, same as for super chats. And also you can have access to my FPL API spreadsheet with all the data that I have weekly, which I will refresh for you guys, so you can obviously use to check all of these good stats that you can see I'm flicking up on screen here. You got the DEFCON that I calculate off a model, value per minute, etc., and across each of the different price points for defenders, midfielders, and forwards. Anyway, moving back. Hang on a minute. What is going on here? Rob Light, you ready to bring in the man? Oh my lord. How do you get this green thing come up? Dominic Calvert-Lewin, is this what you're talking about? What does that mean? What does that mean? Are you ready to be member for 5 months? What happened there? MMA, welcome to supporters. Morning, ADK Soccer. How are you? Oh, quick! Someone get in there before Hashim sends his full number. No, Bailey, I think you don't need to make a transfer. Trippy on mobile. Hi, mate. On wildcard, who should I choose? Senesi or Cash? It'd definitely be Senesi for me, mate. What would you predict the EO of Haaland and Bruno to be this week? I don't watch other content creators in the week because my life is just too busy, to be perfectly honest. So I have absolutely no idea. I just sort of, rather than looking at EO, I'm just trying to work out who I think the best pick is for each game week. So I'm not a big EO stress head. Although I think if I did know this week, I'd probably go for the other one. But I do like Bruno. Sheem is no. Rob. No. All right, we have to pause the team reviews because Rob said to me last week, he said, would you actually bring in Dom Calvert-Lewin? And I said, no, I'm not bringing him in unless you pay me $20. Or I said $19.99, and I really didn't think he would do it. And this is disgusting. So we will need to pause because I need to be a man of my word, which is going to really hurt me actually. So I need some. Okay, we'll look at transfers here. I've got 1 free this week, so I've got to bring him in, haven't I? 79p earlier. No, that's plenty, Ross. You've plenty, Rob. You have gone over the amount. I said $19.99 anyway, so that is perfectly fine. It's mental. All right, so DCL's got to come in. Who's coming out? This is the question. I might need some chat help here. Wow. I've got DCL. Can we trade? Yes, please. Can we trade? Can we actually trade? That'd be great. Shit. I mean, I could obviously go Thiago, but I don't know if I'd like to go Thiago out. I could go Thiago to DCL. But do you know, at some point this season, I'm going to want 15 in my team. I'm going to want 15 playing players. So, I mean, like, is the option to go like this and to go DCL, Rice, and take... Is that enough? I've got enough for that. Ooh. Or do I have enough for Mbumo? Oh, 0.1. That would have been nice. That would have been... Yeah, is that what everyone's saying in the chat? Get rid of Saka and Giu. Yeah. Mbumo would have been nice. 0.1. All right. So, I mean, this is an option. I've got to take a -4. No, Rob. I've got to be the man. I've got to live up to what I said, mate. You told me... I said 1999. I'd bring him in. I've got to do what I said. Cunha. I don't really like Cunha. Just don't know, like... I know Mbumo's going to start up top almost every week after this performance. I think this feels the best. Like, take a hit. Like, at some point, I'm going to want DCL. Well, I mean, I'm not, but I'm going to want a forward that's not Giu. Probably would have been Kroopy. To be honest. See you, Bailey. Good luck this week, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Check out Bailey's YouTube if anybody's a sports fan. He likes to do some shorts and stuff on basketball and football. I always go and have a look, give him a like. We demand midstream giveaway. Adam, you got to stop making bets. Adam, can't be creepy with Ryan coming in, mate. That is a good point. Is he in FPL already? Is he considered a forward on it? He's considered a mid. That's interesting. Yeah, he's in play on 10, is he? Shite. All right, Rob. What do you think, mate? DCL and Rice. -4. Saka gone. Is there any other move that I can make that makes sense? The only other one I can think of is Thiago to Calvert-Lewin. Straight swap, no hit, leave Saka for another week. If I want to give my name one day, kick off. I actually quite enjoy Kickoff. He's pretty funny. It's good value, mate. That's actually better because Saka is dog poo. Yeah, I know he's been shit, but it's like, do I just hold him and not have to take the -4? Do I hold him and not take the minus? I could just do that. And then he could become Mbumo next week if he wanted to be. But then obviously Arsenal are going to have the double in 26. I mean, Deck's probably going to more likely to play the double. Just go Thiago's DCL. I don't know. I don't know if I want that. No, I'm gonna do Rice. I'm gonna do Rice because. Hey Rob, do I have to play DCL this week? Can I bench him? Downgrade Semenyo. No, I like Semenyo, man. But that still gives me triple Arsenal for their probable double. And that also, actually, to be fair, that's good. Because if Giu comes out, then if Chelsea do double, I've got a spot for another Chelsea player. All right, Rob, you're a legend. This is the transfer. We're going to do the -4. Hitting, confirm. And then I've got no idea what my bench is going to be. I can bench DCL, okay. But if he scores, you are getting it in WhatsApp. No time for the midstream giveaways kick off. We might do one at the end, to be fair, just because Rob's an absolute ledge. But yeah, midstream, I've got to get through everybody else's teams. All right, well, I think we'll leave it at that. I might even just, maybe we'll leave it Cavalier in there. Let's get back to you guys' teams. If you think of it like you've taken 20 real world dollars for 4 imaginary points, anyone want to buy some points off me? No, it's all good, man. Like, realistically, FPL is a game. You got to have a bit of fun, and like, I love having a bit of fun with you guys. Unfortunately, my team's doing bloody well this year. But to be honest, like, I reckon I know what I'm talking about roughly with football and this malarkey. But I mean, realistically, it's about me giving good advice to you guys. Like, that is ultimately what I'm looking to do, and it's just an absolute bonus that I'm 10k in the world. Which is great. Is worth Hall to Chalobah for -4? Nah, never really worse than -4. A bench boostable team. That is, yeah. So sorry. Let me just go back to who's go. Is Guy07? Are you still here? Quex as well. Luca, Guy, or Quex. If any of you are here, and then Over the Hill Bill, I know you're here. So if none of them are here, you're up. And then it's you, one. Sorry, not one, Hashim. A+. A+. Did you send your team ID, mate? If you did, I'm sorry. I missed it in the chat. All right, I'm gonna go Over the Hill Bill. So he's been solid in the chat. No one else is here. He's next up on the list. A+, mate. I'm sorry. Can you just chuck it in again? There's probably Rob going in with 1999 around that time. And do you remember who you were in between? Any chance? Guy, you're back. Yes, you were next. You were next. 742864. Now everyone's coming in after I've moved on. Jesus. 742864. All right, we got a few to get through. Just stick around. We'll run through. Over the Hill Bill. Oh yeah, Will. Yes, Will. Hey mate, what's going on? 517k. All right. So you got 2 free transfers. In goal, Dubravka versus Petrovic. I mean, I'd be Petrovic this week, I think, against Wolves. Gabriel, Timber, O'Reilly, Theo, okay, and Dorgu. So I think, you've got that sort of Dorgu transfer that I'd be looking at to make. I think it could have been O'Reilly out, but given that Dorgu's out for 10 weeks, you might as well make the transfer. And then mid, Enzo Rice. Oh, you got Lewis Miley in there. Are you a fan of Cunha? Did Eki and Miley to Bruno and JP? Okay, that's actually nice. Okay, so you got Haaland, JP up top. And then Enzo, Rice, Bruno, at least, in the middle. That's 3. And then Gabriel, Timber, probably would be playing O'Reilly. That's 3. So you basically got a 3-3-2. So then we're looking at one of Rodgers, Cunha. Where do you gift memberships? At the bottom of the chat, there's like a dollar icon, and you can click on that and then membership gift, Dylan. So it should be just down the bottom of the chat. There's like a little rectangle with a dollar. If you click on that, then it allows you to either super chat, super sticker, or membership gift to other people. But membership gifting is great. Like, I always recommend if you membership gift, that's good because other people get a chance. Yeah, so I think your bench, like, obviously Dorgu benched. You like Cunha with Dorgu out. Okay, yeah, I guess he's probably likely to play that left wing role. All right, so we get Enzo right. So I reckon Rodgers bench, Thior bench, Calvert-Lewin bench for me. It'd be those 3 that I'd be going with. Sorry, not Rodgers, Dorgu. Dorgu, Thior, Calvert-Lewin. And then you're playing 4-5-1, right? Yeah, 4-5-1. Gabriel, Timber, O'Reilly, and sorry, 3-5-2. Gabriel, Timber, O'Reilly, Enzo, Rice, Rodgers, Bruno, Cunha. JP Haaland. I think that's where I'd be going. Will? Is Ekatike to Evan Nilsson a good punt? Don't really like striker punts at the moment. I would just be like making good choices with the defence and midfield. Rob, I can definitely add you to the list, mate. But given that you've super chatted $1 million, basically, you can go at whatever point you'd like. So just let us know if you want to go. I wouldn't take any hits, Will, mate. I think your team's nice. I think you have a benching decision, which to me means you don't need to take hits. I think you can see me sweating in here at the moment. It's fucking baking in my house. Did you know Arsenal had to sit on the bus 200 miles? They ain't up for this game at Ellen Road, MOT. Yeah, I don't think any hits, Will. Don't think any hits. Hakeem Ali Q, my G. Gabriel versus Bruno Fernandes in one transfer. Which one? It's always Gabriel. But I'd be taking a -4 and getting them both in. Luca. Yeah, I want goals from Rice, not Saka now. 2-2, 2 Rice goals. Okay. Quex, are you here, mate? Alright, so just for list purposes, this is what I've got on the list. Quex, Guy07, A+, Hashim, Rob, Luca de Gabriel. So, if you're any of those people, you're on the list. If you're not, sorry for my hiccups, then tell me if you've already put your team ID and I've missed it. Adam, do I bench Rodgers then because Villa's main attack seems injured and play Wilson instead? Yeah, I think I said I would probably go for Wilson because if he's in form, Rico. That's what I would have gone for. Quex, come on, man. We need some green arrows here, bro. Need some green arrows. All right, this week, I think you got to go Dubravka over Pope, man. I don't think Newcastle keeping a clean sheet against Liverpool. Alderette, Timber, Gabriel, Gay, all probably good. I'd play all 4. Foden, not nice. Wilson, Trossard, Grav. Quex, you're here, yeah? I'm going to go through your team and I'll tell you to rewind and view it if you missed this. Haaland, Ekatike, 2 free transfers. I mean, this has got to be one of them, really. 5.6. You can go to Enzo. Downgrade Foden to Bruno Fernandes. Does that work? What's Bruno at? Bruno's 9.5? 9.5. Okay, can you get up to him? 9.2. You're going to need 0.3. Grav to Anderson of Nottingham Forest. I think he's 5.3. That is what I would do, mate. So I'd go Foden to Bruno, Gravenberch to Anderson of Nottingham Forest, and then I'd be playing 1, 2, 3, 4. Bruno, Wilson, Trossard, Cunha, Haaland, Ekatike. Bench Anderson, first on the bench, then Rodon, then Guiu. Palace are getting brought into the relegation battle. Palace genuinely could, mate. I mean, I don't think they will, but over the hill Bill going forwards after time between Munoz and Thiago. Which do you like at the moment? I think Thiago's been in amazing form. Surprising you have to decide between the two, but I think Munoz is like big upside, and probably low ownership because everyone thinks Palace are going to do crap. So if Palace don't do crap and keeping clean sheets, then Munoz will be big time for them. Rob, you don't have DCL in your team. Can't be any of this, mate. How much do I need to donate to you to transfer DCL in? Okay, next up, Guy. Guy, are you here? Guy07. Guy07. Feel free to let Quex know in the members chat that we went through his team, and you can just rewind a little bit. Guy, you're here. Easy, mate. Nice one. Okay, so you wildcarded last week, and then before that, did you have any frees? No. So you've just got one free transfer this week. So Guy, wildcard team, yeah, you're going to have a nice team, aren't you? You're going to have benching headaches, really. Gabriel, Timber, Mukiele, all nice. Gay, nice. Senesi, nice. Yeah, that's back five worthy. Neto v West Ham is your punt, I'm guessing. Rice, Enzo, Semenyo. Tieno Barry. Wow, and you started him as well last week. V Leeds. Rob would be fuming. Yeah, I mean, Barry and Creepy again would be on my bench in this team, and then it would just be one other. And this week, I'd be tempted to say Gay. Gay would be my one other. I think it would be Gay, Barry, Gay, Creepy Barry would be my three on the bench. I don't think you need to make a transfer. I think you can roll the transfer. I think that's the bonus of having wildcarded last week. The only guy, look, I don't particularly like Neto, but I mean, if you're wildcarding into this team, there's obviously like a reason that you've gone for these guys. So I'm not going to come in and tell you not to pick these players, because I think Neto could easily go and absolutely bang. So, yeah, I think I'd roll the transfer, have two next week, bench Gay, Creepy Barry. How does that sound, Guy? Tox, Cody, EFC, Robert, what's your bench currently like? Everton, another Everton fan. We used to have Matty Allen. I don't know where he's gone. He's left me. He used to be in the chat all the time, another Everton fan. I enjoyed talking to them to see what they felt. How do you feel, Tox, Cody, EFC, about Michael Keane? I reckon he starts over Braithwaite this week. I reckon he starts. No worries, Guy. Good luck this week, mate. Thanks for waiting for me. Sorry, it took a little bit of time to get to you. But yeah, I will get to everybody. 10:51. We've got an hour, 10 minutes to deadline. Plenty of time. I've got a few people to get through. A+. Are you here, mate? You're next up. I think Romero and Van de Ven are the most attacking defenders in the game. They will concede goals, but they both score goals too and end up with 7-8 points. Yeah, Van de Ven also got an absolute rocket in his boot as well, but I just can't bring him in, mate. They're very rarely going to get those goals or assists, I think. And you kind of want a defender that will get a goal and assist, but like also get a massive haul, and also scoring points at the same time the rest of the season. So I feel like Tottenham don't keep a lot of clean sheets. That's the problem. And they don't really pick up DEFCON. That's also a problem. Whereas you could have someone like Senesi, he could just get like 4-4-4-4, get the same amount of points in the 4 weeks, and not have done anything. But didn't he give I like Patterson as well, but didn't he give he gave Braithwaite 25% chance. You think? I think Michael Keane comes back in because that's the sort of centre-back pairing that they'd gone with for so long until that stupid red. And that was going quite well. But I think he could keep Patterson there easily. What about Cap Harlan regarding Tottenham's offensive injuries? I think if Van de Ven can play, they're going to get him in that team. So, not 100% confirmed he's out. Everton went to 3 back at half-time versus Leeds. All right, Samir, let's run through your team, mate. Donnarumma in goal, fine. Gabriel, Chalobah, Hall, Anderson, Keane. Yeah, okay, Keane's a bit of a question mark then, isn't he? Just wouldn't risk our defence right now, to be fair. Keane has no chance. Oh, really? So you think it's O'Brien or Braithwaite? No chance of Keane starting. Okay, that's interesting. I thought because of Moyes came out in that press conference and was like, I didn't say anything about changing the defensive partnership or something. I thought he was talking more about Keane than he was talking about O'Brien Tarko for the last few games. That's interesting. A plus. I'm thinking Keane to Senesi. Well, given what Tarks Cody EFC just said, I think that's a nice transfer. The other option is also like Lewis Hall to Senesi. And Everton's fixture is not terrible over the next few weeks. You could keep a hold of Keane. Whereas Newcastle have Liverpool, Brentford, Tottenham, Man City, which is not that easy. Then Everton, okay, and then Man United, Chelsea. So, I mean, Newcastle's fixtures are horrible. Paul, you think Keane is number one? He's been so solid. See, that's what I thought as well, but... Hey, Paul, by the way. How's the new kitten? How many have you got? You just one kitten? You got some other animals. You got some dogs, don't you? Or a dog, at least. Diraj Gautam, what about Cap Harlan regarding Tottenham? Oh, we answered that one. Let me just have a look at this midfield. Enzo Rice, Sobersline. I can't. Get rid of him now. He's not going to score another point for like I don't know how many weeks. He's got his return for you. Get him out of the team ASAP. Wilson, Bruno. There's no one really to go to though from Sob at 6.7. You'd really be downgrading to like a Anderson or Caicedo or someone like that to give you some money to upgrade elsewhere. 5 cats, 3 dogs, an animal farm. Yeah, I knew you had some pets, didn't you? Tribute. I hope Keane starts with Tarko will of course stay in as captain plus O'Brien. That's the place to lose now. Fair enough, Tarks. Yeah, that's interesting. I think like this week it will be interesting to see who starts there for that. I'm starting. What I would say is whoever starts, the other one's not going to come off the bench. Like, if O'Brien starts, Keane's not going to come off the bench. He's going to play 90 minutes, right? Because I basically started Keane in my side, assuming he either plays 90 or doesn't play. And I think that's a fair assumption. Whereas if I started, like, Nico O'Reilly at Man City, it's like, well, he could come on and play, like, 25 minutes. It's not worth it. Play Croupy, A+. Yeah, so I'm thinking of this team. I definitely play Gabriel, Chalobah. I'd probably start Keane. I'd probably not start Anderson, not start Hall. So then in the midfield, that leaves you with Enzo, Rice, Sob, Wilson, Bruno, and then up top, Ekatike, Haaland. So yeah, I guess it's between Croupy and Soboslai is what you're saying. Is who you start in that place. And then if you got one free transfer... it's probably best to roll that transfer and then you can have 2 for next week and make better use of it. I think your only other option is you move Soboslai to like Elliot Anderson or something like that this week and start Elliot Anderson. But if you prefer Croupy, yeah, obviously Croupy. Yes, Mark, just chuck your team ID down below, mate. So there's only a couple more in the queue. Also, reminder, send me your WhatsApp if you want to join the members chat as well, Mark. Yeah, I don't mind Branthwaite subbing on, but like, I mean, it's going to be after 60 mins, and Keane's not going to play 45 if he starts. He'll play at least 60. Hey, Liam Barnes, new subscriber. Welcome, mate. What do you think about Wildcard? Sanchez looks good. Don't like Rodgers that much. Don't like Mane that much. I'd try and take the money out of Rodgers to like Elliot Anderson and maybe upgrade Mane to like Thiago if you can get that high. That might be a bit too high. Otherwise, like, am I going to suggest this? DCL? Hot take, Chelsea make the finals. Finals of EFL Cup. And then double. Oh, is that why people are going Mane for the double in 26 if Arsenal make it? Oh, it'd be. I mean, that's a tough double, man. That's basically like a 2-pointer against Arsenal. They're not going to score. Saka could also just be Rice. Upgrade to Thiago. Hey, Star, what's up, mate? It's been a while. Yes, to me, I think I'd start Croupy over Sob unless you move sob to Elliot Anderson, then I'd probably play Elliot Anderson and look for that pick as like a versus Crystal Palace. Probably gets the DEFCON, potentially gets an assist or something. And then you have the money again next week to upgrade elsewhere. So that would be... So my bench for you would be Anderson of Fulham, Hall, and... either Soboslai or Croupy, depending on who you go for. No worries, mate. Hashim, Rob, Luca De Gabriel, and now Mark. Rob, anytime you just tell me if you need to go, mate. If you want to come next. Hashim, what are we saying, mate? 3 free transfers. Ride Al Khatib. Hey, mate, thanks for stream. Start 2, Raul, Jimenez, Calvert-Lewin or Gravenberch. Raul, Jimenez and Calvert-Lewin. Oh, good, I can wait. All right. You're up next anyway, Rob. 3 free transfers, Hashim. Raya and goal, nice. Nathan Collins. Did you have him recently, or before or after the points? ADK Soccer, hey mate, what's happening? How are you? Good to see you back on stream. Wilson or Dewsbury Hall, Ride Al Khatib. It'd probably be Wilson for me for now. I think Dewsbury Hall's just building his fitness back up. Not sure he's going to get 90 minutes. Next week's stream is going to be great when DCL scores. God, bloody hell. Should we make a bet? DCL bet this week. Get those likes in. Yeah, get those likes. Subscribe if you want to. If you don't. Start Wilson or Bruno G. Jeremy Lim. Yes. Hey, mate. How are you? I'd probably start Wilson. Form based. How did you read Maresh's comments around now is not the time to pick and place, and people saying it's directed at players that will come in on rotation? I'm hoping it's directed at first stringers. My assumption was that it was first string players. I mean, my assumption is it's the whole squad. Like that was my assumption. Like, you know, Chelsea are doing good. Like, now's the time to kick on. If you're them, you want to be kicking on. You're getting Palmer back, and you need Enzo, Caicedo, all of these guys. Like, you really want to be kicking on. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Jeremy. I'm good, mate. I just had my first open house. House. I'm trying to rent my house out as I move back to the UK for a few months. Well, a year, really. Had that open house. Oh, shit. Had that open house today, so I'm just waiting to see if I got any offers. If so, I'll be booking some flights and I'll be on my way to the UK. How do I feel about Rice? I like him taking corners. Just feels like he plays so deep. He's given a lot more license to get forwards. I talked about this a little bit last week. I'll go into it in a little bit more detail. But given the way that teams are playing nowadays, less positional, more man-to-man marking, Rice has been someone that's been able to break man-to-man marking by his physicality and his running. And that's why I think he's got potential for goals and assists, because by breaking that man-to-man, and lots of teams have gone man-to-man to counteract how City used to play that positional sort of game. Lots of teams now play man-to-man. And that's why Guardiola's been struggling a little bit more this year, because he's had to then incorporate like the Cherkis and Fodens into his team and Doku's, etc., because teams are going man-to-man and he needs people to break that man-to-man, dribble round a player, get past it, because his sort of like positional play has changed. I'm playing cricket here. Yeah, I've got a few... I'll be playing cricket in Cyprus. I think I'll be out in Cyprus actually coaching some schools, and also we've got a couple of tours in March, so... yeah. All right, next team. Oh, sorry, Hashim. We didn't finish with you. Sorry. Gabriel, nice. Virgil v Newcastle. he probably has to play in this team this week. I'd probably play Verge. I'd probably play one of Collins and Anderson. I think I'd go for Collins because generally you can keep out Aston Villa if you have a low block. I don't think Brentford are going to play like that. But he could also be a threat off set pieces. So I'd go Collins. I'd bench Anderson. I'd bench Rodon. Sharda fine. Foden needs to go. Can he get to Bruno? That'd be good if you can go Foden to Bruno. I'd probably hold on to Ekatike. Would you go for Senesi even when he may be going to Juve? Yeah, I don't think he's going mid-season. Don't think he'll be going mid-season. We got a couple to get through, mate. We got 1, 2, 3. You're 4 down. So 3 more people than you. Bailey, hey, welcome back, mate. Senesi or Gay? Senesi for me. Senesi's a pick for me. Actually, a great take. Will 81566. Rice and current state of EPL got Rice and Enzo and Wildcard. Yeah, I like. Just look at it from I think like that's where I feel like I'm good at FPL is that actually like I understand football a bit better than some of the other content creators. No offense to them, they're very good at creating content. But I think football tactically I understand a little bit better, and I've played like high level football when I was younger, so makes it a bit easier. Yeah, Hashim, sorry mate, I just keep getting distracted. I'll do your team and then I'll start talking again. Yeah, so I think Anderson and Rodon +1 on the bench, which would probably be Calvert-Lewin. You got 3 free transfers, so you got potential to be moving on these guys. That I think Fulham have quite a nice run of fixtures from 25, so I wouldn't be moving Anderson. If I was to move somebody, I'd probably be moving Collins. He's got a tricky run with Villa, Newcastle, Arsenal. You've also got the option of moving Rodon, which I know Rob will hate me for saying. But, I mean, realistically, you'd only be trying to upgrade. Your defence is in a little bit of a position where you got a bit of a sticky week this week, but it starts to get better. Probably from like game week 27 onwards, 26, 27 onwards, your defence looks a little bit nicer. So you got a bit of 2 weeks of not amazing, and then like 27, this defence is really nice. You're almost like 3 weeks early into the defence. So I'd focus elsewhere, I think, and I'd focus on moving out Foden. I think I'd be getting in Bruno. You're obviously going to need a bit of money to do that, so you're going to have to downgrade elsewhere. Again, like Ekatike's again like 2 weeks in advance. So I think you'd have to move someone. Do you know what? I think I'd probably move Sharda. Can you downgrade Sharda at 7.1? No, there's not really anyone. Collins is at 5. Yeah, you might have to move Verge. You might have to move Virgil down to a Senesi. Virgil down to Senesi and Foden to Bruno. I think that's what I'd probably do here. Alternatively, you can just go straight to Brian and Mbumo. Don't have to F with the defence. And then you'll have 3 free transfers again next week. But Collins does have 3 tricky weeks in a row. Defensively. I think that's your only problem with him. Yeah, next week you got Anderson, you'll play Gabriel, and you'll probably play Rodon v Nottingham Forest. So you can have 3 at the back. Yeah, I mean, that Virgil move, I mean, for your next couple of weeks is quite nice. I know Liverpool go on a really nice fixture run from 26, but if you need to move someone, you have to move Virgil and upgrade Foden to Bruno. If you just want to do Foden straight to Mbumo, then I think that's quite nice. But yeah, your bench should be Anderson, DCL, Rodon, for sure. All right, let me keep cracking through people's teams. We've got 52 minutes to deadline. Have you ever been in a player auction? The IPL draft's wild to watch. Like, the numbers aren't real. I actually just applied for the new European T20 league. So who knows whether I'll be able to get that. But they have like set prices for all the players. So I think I'm category C player, which is like 10,000 Aussie dollars, something like that, if you get in. Some of them you can tell love spreadsheets more than football. I do like spreadsheets though. I do work in like planning and forecasting at a bank. So, well, not next year. I'm taking a year off to play cricket for Cyprus. So I guess I don't love spreadsheets more than sport. I'm taking the year off work to play sport. So there you go. Just reading the comments. Who do you bench out to VVD? Ekatike, Igor Thiago? Yeah. This week, probably VVD. It's a bit of a tough one. Probably VVD. Potentially Ekatike. I don't like benching Igor Thiago because I just think he scores goals against everybody. Similar to what I was talking about as well, about the physicality in the Premier League and man-to-man marking. I think he beats his marker. Same way Erling Haaland does. Who's Adam captaining? I'm captaining Bruno this week. Not TCL, that's right. I have Tim Tams now. You have Tim Tams? Aren't you in the US, Bailey? How'd you get Tim Tams out there? Good on you, though. You won 3 leagues in a row last season. Nice. Nice profile pics, Bailey. Sarks KDFC. Paul, no need to look at my team. Bruno, Cap, Haaland, Vicey. We can discuss next week future transfers. Well, we can discuss a little bit later, Paul. I'm sure we can get to you. All right, next team. Rob. Gang. Hopefully that was helpful, Hashim, mate. Let me know if there's more that you want to discuss. Don't want to skip over anybody that's been waiting as well. But yeah, I think that's what I would do. All right, Rob, the big dog, Borgu. Tim Tams are worldwide, are they? They're not in the UK. Brentford fixtures, yeah. The Brentford fixtures from 27, 28 turn nice. That's the thing. That's why I was thinking about Sharda, because it's like just that team, that Hashim's team just felt like a few weeks away from being a really nice differential team. Like if we were in game week 27, your team is like sweet as, but you just got to sort of manage these next few weeks. Robbie, 2 frees. Cuckoo. We like to drink Estrella. No, I'm sure there's no Tim Tams in the UK. Whenever I've been there, I've never seen them. I only saw them for the first time when I moved to Oz. Unless I'm just dumb, which could be. Get all sorts of imports in Cape Town. What's a Tim Tax? There you go. If Rob doesn't know, no one knows. Rob, what are we saying here then, mate? I think 2 frees. Dorgu leaves. Oh, that even rhymes. Yes, please. Trying to think of a 10 player name that rhymes with that. Semenyo for Foden would be nice, actually. Semenyo for Foden would actually be nice. Where's Cap C? He was here earlier. He was here for a little bit and he had to run. I think he had something on his Arvo. It would be funny if we did like a giveaway later and he won and he wasn't on stream or something, or if he got a membership gifted to him. That would actually be well funny. He's been waiting all this time. We're not doing any membership. Well, I don't know. I'm going to save some membership gifting for Feb. So I was in Costco the other day in England and defo saw Tim Tams. Ooh, Costco maybe, yeah. Can do Rogers to Semenyo instead? No, because you'll have 4 City. Quex, you're back. Quex, I did do your team a bit earlier and I went through it. I figured when you came back you might be able to rewind. But if not, if you don't mind waiting a little bit. Nish, mate, how you going? You got gifted membership, Nish. You are a member of the channel. Send me your WhatsApp. Get you in the WhatsApp group chat. No, because I did Foden to Mbeumo. I had to get rid of Foden. Ah, you already did Foden to Mbeumo. Okay, nice. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Rodgers to Semenyo. Don't think it's required. I think we can wait a little bit. Tottenham though. Being at Liverpool next week. I think you can do it in 26. I don't think you need to do it. I think you can go Rodgers for Brentford Bournemouth rather than Semenyo for Tottenham Liverpool. Then if Rodgers is not doing anything for you at that point, you can move him on. Otherwise, you could potentially move someone else on at that stage. Thanks for membership bottled the last game week. But yeah, I think Kukurea, Gabriel, O'Reilly all have to start for you. I think Dorgu goes to Senesi. So Dorgu to Senesi, Foden to Mbeumo, and then you're good. And then you bench Anderson, Guiu +1. ADK Soccer. I think you're on the list, mate. Yeah, you are. I've got Luca de Gabriel, Mark Starr, and then you 45 minutes deadline. I'll get through you all, don't worry. Oh, Tim Tams dunks in tea. Yeah, I mean, the benching dilemma is a dilemma for you because I know you're not going to want to bench stack, but I would probably bench stack against Arsenal. But you could, I mean, the other option is you could bench. Yeah, you bench O'Reilly, mate. You bench O'Reilly, you play 3-5-2. You bench O'Reilly, Anderson, Guiu, you play stack. Deadline is at 1:30, you know. Is it? Oh, I've got loads of time. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Oh, yeah, because I normally do 3-hour streams, so I got confused normally because I started at 10. And, yeah, I was only doing 2.5 today because I was watching the tennis. Can you put an option to gift memberships? You can gift memberships. Yeah, it's down below. And if you go into the chat, there's an option at the bottom. There's a little rectangle with $1 in it. And then you can choose, the same way you could choose to super chat, there's a membership gifting and you can buy memberships for people. But if you specifically want to donate a membership to someone particular, you can't find that option, you can super chat and tell me who the membership wants to be gifted to, and I'll just add them to the WhatsApp chat / Excel for the month. I'm benching stack. It's all about rank now. I actually probably would play stack over O'Reilly potentially. I'm not against that at all. Not against that at all. Gotcha Cap gets membership next week. Don't tell him. Anyone but Cap. It would be funny though. He'll probably still be salty. He doesn't have the green next to his name. Ever do watch-alongs? I reckon you've got Goldbridge covered. Like I think once I move over to the UK in like probably about 3-4 weeks, then I might do some because I actually would quite enjoy doing them. But in Oz, it's kind of hard. It's going to be midnight when I finish this stream, and it's like if I then do watch-alongs for 2 hours, I'd be dying. But yeah, if people were keen to do one, for sure we can do some. Like if there's some good games and stuff, then let's do it. I tuned in to Paul briefly for about half an hour on one of his watch-alongs a while back. I was like half asleep in bed and my girlfriend wanted to kick my ass. She was like, "What are you doing? You're not even streaming." Can't find the option. Is there not an option can you not see the option to super chat, Dylan? It's in the same place as that. Can anyone in the chat help him out? Can't do it on phone. Oh, really? All right, let's get to the next team then, Rob, if you're comfortable with that, mate. On your team. Luca de Gabriel, are you here? Quite a lot of creatures have it at the top of the chat. Huh. Luca. Sounds like there are a few things that I need to... what was this? What else did someone say? Oh, I should have a live list of next in line. Work out if I can add super chat on phone or something. Yeah, okay. These are good comments for me to look into. It's just life's been so hectic recently. Like, I've not done many upgrades to my channel. Except, actually, if you've seen the new layout that I did recently, I've not done too many upgrades to my channel for a while. Probably the last 4 or 5 weeks, which is rare for me. I'm normally always getting something new going on. All right, Luca, let's have a look. What's happening? Nice, 237k, mate. Nice, good week last week as well. Gabriel, Tarko. Oh, Richards v Forest this week. I mean, I would probably play him. Probably bench Anderson. You got 1 free transfer. Rice, Bruno, Enzo, Rogers. That's nice. You could probably play Anderson as well. Ekatike, Haaland. I think you can roll the transfer. You're currently on Bruno captain. I'm starting Richards at the moment. The question is whether I sell Dorgu to Chalobah or roll the transfer. Ooh, Dorgu to Chalobah is nice. You captained Tarko last week. That is jokes. That is so jokes. Oh, you're on the phone. Is that why? I see. Yeah, so it should. Otherwise, it's easy to have. So maybe I do have the same as the other creatures, as you put it. Am I raving mad? They do. You seen D in it, Kaiser Maniac never misses a game. Think he's in. Yeah, he's an Aussie as well. Yeah, we actually used to do some collaborations together. We were trying to work out how to grow our channels, and I sent out a few emails to a few guys saying if we used the new YouTube feature, which was collaborations, it would increase people's reaches. Like they can send their videos, we can send our videos. We did that for a while, and I had to take a little bit of a break from like the constant uploads because I was just struggling with so much stuff going on in my life. Been hectic, but yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, he's actually he's mental, but he seems a good guy. Yeah, he's really nice. He plays another game that I play as well called Footium. I put a few ads out in like they do a few. They sponsor some of my videos, Footium, but I actually really do enjoy the game. So if any of you want to check that out, click the link in one of my latest videos. It helps me out as well if you sign up using my referral code. But it's pretty good game. I enjoy it. He plays that as well. He's well into that as well. Hey Cameron, just come across this screen. You all locked in with your team. Are you a friend of Paul's? A friend of Paul's, always a friend of mine. Eslam Bouafi. Sorry, I just butchered that name. Eslam Bouafif. Bench 1, Timber, Mukiele, Chalobah and Die. This is my mate, Adam. Oh, Cameron, welcome to the chat, mate. Any friend of Paul's is a friend of mine, mate. Nish 8174909. Yeah, Luke, I roll, mate. Is my thoughts. The thing is, I think a double game week 26 is coming, and I would want to save transfers just in case someone downgrades. I'll take hits was not ideal. Yeah, I think roll, Luca, mate. I think you're in a fine place. I think Chalobah is a nice transfer, but it's not required. Do you know what I mean? Like your team's alright. I do think Chelsea keep a clean sheet, but then I also think like Gabriel probably does. Like, who do you bench really out of your team? Like, you just cause yourself a benching headache. For what? For 2 extra points? I think it's nice to have the option. With a role. Next up is Mark. Mark, are you here? And then Nish, then Star. Sorry, so I do cover my members first, FYI, guys, in the chat. So if you do want to skip the queue, you can join membership or super chat, either way. Paul is my favourite United fan. Yeah, well, funnily enough, I don't have a lot of favourite Man United fans, so Paul's probably up there for me as well. All right, nice one, Luca. Thanks, mate. Mark, I'll pull your team up now, bro. Oh, mate. Cameron, yeah, chuck your team ID in the chat if you want me to pull your team up on the screen and chat through your transfers for this week. Mark, 53k. Damn it. Where did we end up with last week? Semenyo cap. Still didn't get a green arrow. That's annoying. Feels like, well, I mean, at least you got the cap choice right, eh? This week, Timber, Gabriel, Tarko, Alderette, Rice, Bruno, Semenyo, bench and Dyer, TK, Thiago, Haaland. That's probably where I'd go. And Dyer, Rodon, Weefa. 2 free transfers. Don't think they're really needed. Unless you want to go and Dyer to Enzo. First is just Weefa to Enzo. Oh, you can actually get that on 2.4 mil in the bank. Yeah, Weefa to Enzo's alright as well. Are you liking Ndai? So I'm not loving those Everton fixtures. I mean, they're all right, actually. Brighton, I'm reading the wrong line. Brighton, Fulham, Bournemouth, Man United. That's all right from an offensive standpoint. 12 FR3 if you want to take a look. I'll add you into the list, Cameron. Oh, so we got plenty of time. We got an hour and 5 minutes still left to the deadline. Digging of 3 options versus a Weaver to Enzo. I mean, honestly, like, you don't need to make a transfer. You could play 4 at the back: Rice, Fernandez, Semenyo, Ekitike, Thiago, Haaland, and then roll with Ndai, Rodon, and Weefa. I like bringing Enzo in. I think Enzo for either Ndai or Weefa is nice. If he came in, who would you then bench, I guess, is the question. For me, it would probably end up being potentially Ekitike. Against Newcastle. I think that's going to be tough. But it feels like you're bringing in a bit of a benching headache, unless you have a little bit more clarity over who you'd want on the bench. If you have clarity, second is Ekitike to Creepy and Weefa to Mbumo. That's actually really nice. I like that one. I like that. I would do that. And you can move and die to Enzo as well, technically, but maybe not this week. But in future weeks, you can go and die to Enzo. Yeah, I'd do Ekitike, Creepy, Weaver to Mbumo. I think you have 3 options because roll. I think the third option is the roll, because it just depends, like, how aggressive do you want to be. You're at 53k. I feel like you probably want to be aggressive at this point. Like, you want to take risks and try and get up there. Like, I'm assuming you're trying to win FPL, right? You're not just playing for a rank. Like, 53k, you got a chance. You can win the whole thing. You know, take it on. I'm at 9k. I reckon I can win the whole thing. So, I mean, I think if you're playing aggressive, you go to Mbumo, you go double United. Not really. I'm pretty confident in Mbumo's minutes, if I'm honest. Yeah, I'd be pretty confident. Quex, fade into Semenyo or Mbumo or Bruno, or should I go for Chelsea assets? Good run coming up. Why is Mbumo in caps, Quex? Sounds like you want to go for him. I think I think that was what we basically said. I think if you went to Bruno, you'd have to do something else. Or if you liked Mbumo, then you can just go straight to Mbumo and not have to worry about other transfers. Hearing good things about Kadioglu for Brighton. Have you seen much from him? I like Kadioglu as a player. I don't like him as an FPL asset. I think Brighton don't keep a lot of clean sheets. I think attacking-wise, decent. But yeah, I think like defenders this year, for me, just need to have a little bit of everything. And yeah, I just, from an FPL perspective, for me, Kadioglu is just not the one to go for. Torn between Cunha and Bruno. Cap will probably be Bruno, but you know I love a Cunha cap. I'd be going Bruno. So many routes. He's looked so good. And I'll tell you, I mean, you might switch off the channel now, Cameron, but I'm a Liverpool fan, but I love Bruno. I think he's been looking unreal. Feel free to turn me off and unsubscribe for that. Taking out Grav. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think Mark. Sorry, I'll come back to you, Quex. But Mark, I think your two options are you roll or you do the Mbumo move, because I think the Mbumo move is quite an aggressive move. I like it. You're going for high upside. I think Mbumo is probably relatively low owned by the people in the top 50k. I think Ekatike, if Liverpool hit form, that's going to be tough around 27-ish. They've got some good fixtures, probably 27-ish onwards. But you can always bring him back in. Like, you can always get him back in. You can always go maybe Thiago to Thiago to an Ekatike, or Ekatike back in, and Semenyo out or Bruno out at that stage. So yeah, I think one of those two options. My only concern is Mbumo getting early subs. I think if you're not confident in that move, roll the transfer. I don't think the other ones. I think the other one causes you more benching headaches, which I think is not worth it. So then I would say roll the transfer, have another week to have a think about it. But I personally don't think that's an issue if United are going to be as attacking as they have looked, as good offensively as they've looked in the last few games. Hoggy, hey mate. Yeah, I'll take a look at your team in a sec, bro. I just need to... there's someone that's going to be listening to this stream that knows how to turn the aircon off in my house. Can you please do that? Because it's gone from being extremely hot to extremely cold in this room. No worries, Mark. Quex. Quex, XLR is so wild, mate. Afternoon, mate. Will you take a hit to bring in JP in for Watkins? If you don't have anybody else to start this week, then yes, but otherwise, no. I think we said Foden to Bruno, Gravenberch to Anderson is what I would have gone for, Quex. And I think you can do that. I think you just have enough for that. Foden to Bruno, Gravenberch to Anderson. Rupert, good afternoon, mate. Alternative play is Calvert-Lewin. Also, definitely not for a hit. Cameron, I'm a huge United fan, mate. Obviously, I dislike Liverpool, but you see all right, so I'll stay. Yeah, actually, like my best mate, one of my best mates out here in Oz is also a big Man United fan, and he still sticks around, so thank you. Appreciate it. Nish, are you here, mate? Anderson from Nottingham Forest, yeah. No, like I can start DCL with no hit or take a hit for JP. Are you going to bring in JP anyway? If you're going to bring in JP anyway, just bring in JP for a hit. Nish, let's go. All right. What are we saying? Right. Gabriel Senesi. Oh, yes. This team looks nice. Who did you captain last week? Too? Okay, yeah. Fuck, that's annoying. Gabriel Senesi, Shalabar, Richards could be. Bruno, Enzo, Rice, Rogers, Foden, get rid. Thiago Haaland. Foden out. Someone else in. Unknown. Oh, it could just be Foden straight to Mbumo. I actually like that. Foden to Mbumo. Done. Same bench. Same team. Tell them to do better. Option to switch Rogers for a Richards or an O'Reilly. The rest, I think, stay as is. I think Foden to Mbumo seems like a no-brainer. Yeah, done with Foden, man. Thinking Mbumo and die. Yeah, definitely Mbumo over and die. Esteval seems super fun pick if he starts. Just his minutes with so many choices to choose from. Richards or Rogers, who to start though? Yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah, man, I like Richards, honestly. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Just looking at those DEFCON numbers. Yeah, I like Richards. I like him. It is a bit weird without Gay. I don't know how the DEFCON's going to work. Whether he plays... He probably doesn't matter. It's probably going to be, what's his name? The Jose... Camavinga. I'm making this name up. Camvo. Probably plays in that Gay role. What member tier gets you in WhatsApp? I'll join on payday next week. Elite membership in WhatsApp. So it's it's the middle one. I think it's like $1 a month, something like that. Sorry, $1 a week. Do you see any particular City player benefiting from the Doku injury? Cherky, a few more minutes maybe. I think Rogers' chances of getting assists higher than Richards' DEFCON / clean sheet. I think the opposite, Nish, to be honest. But I think Rogers' ceiling is higher. Like the chance of him like getting a goal and assist and getting big points is bigger than like Richards doing anything. Like he can max clean sheet plus DEFCON 8 points, I think is his max. Don't think he's going to... Actually, let me check for you like his baseline bonus quickly to see if he's got a chance of getting bonus if he gets the DEFCON. From what I remember, it wasn't that good. Yeah, his baseline bonus is not that great. It's like my own calculation for who will then get DEFCON if they do well. So, I mean, Lacroix will get bonus over him. Rupert also in Mbumo captain shout. Yeah, he is a captain shout, I would say. He's a bit of a differential captain shout though. Blake 1911, hey mate, Delap, Munoz and Creepy worth a bench boost? No, definitely not. Save the bench boost for a double game week where you can have all 4 players on your bench doubling. Yeah, sorry Blake, I just answered that one. Over the hill bit. Oh yes, answered that. Would you take? Actually, let me get to the next team then. Nish, are we happy? Foden to Mbumo. Richards in. I mean, you can choose Rogers if you think differently. Okay, then we got. Oh fuck, Hoggy, can you type your team ID back in again, mate? I was dumb and I read your message and I was like, great to see you, and then I didn't write down the team ID and it's lost. Arhill also start Bowen or Elliot Anderson. I do have Chalobah playing. I would be starting Elliot Anderson. Actually, no, I'd be starting Bowen because he scored recently, so he goes on runs. Thanks, Hoggy. I've got a few more to get through before you, but I just had your name written down and then not the team ID. Would you take a hit to get Minte or Dorgu out? They're on my bench with Geeves. Don't really have any cover. No, I wouldn't take a hit. Wouldn't take a hit. Not worth it. As long as you think your starting team is fine. Star, are you here? Star, ADK Soccer, Cameron, and then Hoggy is my next few. Probs better weeks coming to bench boost Blake. Yeah, Blake, definitely like, I think bench boost for me is probably like 36 or something like that. 35 wildcard for a 36 bench boost is probably what I'm looking at. We can talk through that in due time. Any of you guys here? Star, ADK Soccer. Otherwise, I'll go to Cameron and Hoggy. All right, well, I know Cameron's here, so I'll skip to Cameron, and then we'll. If you guys come back, let us know. I'll pull your team IDs back up. Cam, 1.8 mil, Green Arrow, nice. Oh, 80k. Let's just have a quick look at Cam's, and I'll pop back to you, 80k. Just hang around. What are your captain picks? I'm sensing a shift from Haaland. Yeah, I'm on Bruno this week. Rice and Mbumo or Rodgers and Semenyo? Rice and Mbumo. I mean, I'd be Rice and Semenyo, to be honest, but Rice and Mbumo also fine. Rodgers or Thiago or Wilson to start, pick 2. Thiago and Wilson. Form. Okay, so looking at Cam's, Donnarumma in goal, fine. Frimpong's out for a few weeks. 1 free transfer, 0. What the hell? That's so weird. It never says. Oh, you free hitted. Oh, so sorry. So how many did you have before the free hit? So you just had 1. So you've still got 1 free transfer. Okay, fine. Wow, you free hitted last week. I mean, it was a good free hit. How comes Semenyo over Mbumo? I mean, either or. I don't mind. I think this is a 50-50 pick. I think they're both really good picks. Sorry, so your back line. Ooh, you got Spence in there. Spence in nearly have you made any defensive transfers? I feel like you need 1 extra defender, like Frimpong out to somebody. It's probably your Frimpong to like Munoz or Frimpong to Senesi, probably one of the 2, or Chalobah. Any of those would be good moves. Or Gabriel, if you can get to... you're 0.0 in the bank, no. And then, so yeah, Tarko, Spence. You'd obviously... Oh, you'd probably play Tuanzebe this week over Spence. So it'd be whoever you brought in for Frimpong, Tarko, Tuanzebe. Then you got Salah, Wirtz, Semenyo, and Dai. You're probably playing all. Palmer. Probably playing all, and then Bowen and Thiago, and bench Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, I think so. I think that's where I'd be going, Cameron. So yeah, I'd probably be going Frimpong down to Munoz or Senesi. Given that you're playing Bowen against Chelsea, it's not worth going to Chalobah this week. If you went down to Senesi, I think that's at 5 mil. That gets you 0.8 in the bank, which potentially gives you an option of upgrading. Not quite there. Yeah, I mean, Chelsea defender would be nice for next week. Yeah, I mean, your other option is you bring in Chalobah for Frimpong and you just play Calvert-Lewin and bench Bowen. Hopefully I'm talking into the mic properly. I always get told off for not talking into the mic properly. I think my volume went down a bit, actually. I might turn it up. Hopefully that's a bit better. Oof. I can see the line. The line is sometimes keeping me down. All right, Hoggy, let's get you up. 80k Star. If either of you are back, come back. Let us know. Oh, sorry, 80k. You were here, weren't you? Yes. 598. Let's do you 80k. Abdos. Are you ready? Are you ready for me? Rara goal. Chris Allen. 79 Rice and Bumo. That was really random, like my chat just died. Is everyone alive? Is it still working? Stream lagged or something. Alright, we got 45 minutes left to deadline, so we have some time. Sheriff Al Hakim, hey man, how are you going? Please bench Gay or Ndai. It'd be Ndai for me. You got to consider a defender. 80k. Alright, so I think Gabriel Alderette is obvious, yep. And then your defensive options, yeah, Hall, Anderson, obviously not ideal. Stev, you could play a Stev against Sunderland. And then mid, Semenyo, Saka, Garner, Enzo, really nice, all four. Bruno G probably starts this game because they need him. Ekatike Haaland. Yo, Edwin, what's up, bro? So yeah, I think your choice then, I probably wouldn't move Anderson out because Fulham have some really nice fixtures from next week. So he's got to stay, but I wouldn't be starting him this week. I think Lewis Hall's one that you can probably move on now. I think he could easily go to a Munoz or to a Senesi, one of the two. I probably think Munoz is the highest upside if Palace can get going. And you made Bruno G to Bruno Fernandes. Oh, well, that's an excellent transfer. 3.1. So you've still got money in the bank. So yeah, I think Hall to a Munoz is still nice. Oh, but that was your 1-3? Oh, yes. Okay, fine. So you just got to pick your defender. Given that you bought in Bruno Fernandes, you're going to have Ekatike v Hall, you'd have Bruno v Anderson, you potentially could go Estev. Because Estev's got a chance of picking up Defcon as well. Don't forget. See, he's not terrible. Picks it up quite frequently. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 out of 23 games and he didn't play 3. So 11 out of 20 he's picked up Defcon. It's pretty good. Who am I captaining? Bruno Fernandes this week. Would you ever look at a wildcard team? Yeah, I'm happy to look at a wildcard team. We can have a look at one. Best captain for this week? I think Bruno, but you can also make a case for Haaland, as always. Could make a case for Gabriel. I think this is one of the weeks where there's options. There's definitely options. Hopefully that helps 80k if you're comfortable with that. I don't think it's worth taking a -4 for a defender, so I think I would just play Estev. I'd play Gabriel, Alderette, Estev, bench Hall, Anderson and Guiu. And play 3-5-2. No attackers v defenders, which is nice. Yo, Omara, what's up, bro? How are you? Haven't seen you for a while. You weren't here in last week, were you? Hoggy, let me pull you up, mate. Are you still around? Still floating about, Hogs? Can I send mine on Twitter, Rob? Yeah, I can pull it up. Send it on Twitter. Can you just tell me in here when you've got it in? Start Senesi, Garner, or Mane? One of the three? Senesi. Yes, sir. Unsure on roll. In terms of Ekadike for Evan Nielsen. Sorry, I really need to turn my aircon off because it's super cold, and I'll be back in like 5 seconds just outside the door. Yo, sorry. Yo, how are you, Omara? It's been good. Glad you're back. Should I take a -4 and have KH and Ekatike to Bruno and one striker, or Semenya and Ekatike to do the same thing? If I should do it, which striker? Yeah, no, just don't take a -4. Can you drop your team here? Can you drop your team ID? You'll be next. Like, there's no one in the queue. So if you put your team ID in now, Amari are next up. Yes, Rabina, I remember. Sorry, Hoggy, your team. Roasting goal, Tarko, Shalaba, Gabriel's nice. Timber, nice. 4 at the back. Anderson bench. Potts, Q bench. Bruno, Wirtz, Rice, Enzo, Haaland, Ekatike. Yeah, I mean, well, like this team, Ekatike's the only one that's like, if you keep him this week, then you're going to be feeling like, oh, you just keep him 25 against City, and then he's got just that epic run from 26 all the way to 34, where it's just like good fixture every week for like 9 game weeks in a row, from an offensive standpoint anyway, that is. So, yeah, I think you got to choose whether you think Liverpool are going to be good long term or not. If you think they're going to score a bunch of goals and they're going to be good, you keep Ekatike. If you don't, then you move. Realistically, I would say Liverpool's fixtures long term are better than Bournemouth. So if you're thinking about saving transfers longer term, then I think you keep. You'd rather keep Wirtz over Ekatike. Can you not keep both? Well, you're not that comfortable with Liverpool. I personally don't feel like it needs a transfer. I personally don't feel like it needs a transfer. Yeah, Liverpool from 26. Yeah, it's very good. I mean, really, from 27 to 32 is good from attacking. But I think there's upside to Mbeumo, Semenyo, or Evan Nilsson. I think there's upside to Mbeumo and Semenyo for sure. Evan Nilsson, I don't see that. I don't see it really at all. I think he's had a really bad season. I don't think he's been playing particularly well. I know the last 4 weeks he scored 3 goals and looked a little bit better. But outside of that, I just really don't think he's been very good. He's obviously got a little bit more responsibility now with Semenyo going. Sorry? Oh, midnight. And Tab out injured, so he's likely on pens as well. And I guess the fixture run is decent. Like they've got 3 of the bottom 4 over the next 7 weeks. But yeah, it's differential and it's a bit punty. So I mean, it's fine to go for. But I don't like it particularly. I would probably roll. I do think as we start to get to sort of game week 21, 28 onwards, you're going to be wanting to roll a lot of transfers to get to save up transfers to cover some blanks. So I think at this stage, if there is an option and you can just roll it, it's probably good. Like, you probably don't want to be taking tons of risks at this stage. I think you want to be going with people that are relatively solid, or you're sure that you want to take the punt on. If you're really sure on Evan Nilsson, you think he's a really good punt, take him on. My personal perspective is like, I just haven't seen anything from him to think that suddenly this is going to change. That's my view anyway. Arnie Slaughter and Union Manager, the question. Don't want to comment live, GB. Don't want to comment live. I'd like Xabi Alonso, mate. That'd be the signing of the season. I think I'll roll then. So you think maybe skip on Mbeumo and Semenyo for now? Personally, don't mind Mbeumo or a Semenyo. I just think your midfield's quite good. I think they're both good picks, personally. I like Mbumo. Like, I would be more comfortable going to an Mbumo or a Semenyo than a who do we chat? Evan Nilsson. But you're probably not comfortable moving Wirtz, whereas you are comfortable moving Ekatike. So, I mean, that's where we change. So, I think that would lead you to roll. But I would say if you said to me, could I go Wirtz to a Semenyo or an Mbumo, I'd say make the transfer. So, I think that's where you have to like think on what your choice is going to be there. That's right, Wirtz has served me well. Yeah. Which team's blanking in 31? Arsenal, Man City, Palace, and yeah. So it just depends on who wins in the EFL Cup semi-finals. So whoever wins out of the Arsenal, Chelsea, and the Man City Newcastle game, they'll be the ones blanking in 31. So at the moment, it's looking like it's going to be Arsenal and Manchester City, and they play Wolves and Crystal Palace. But the Man City game can't get moved. Even if Man City win, they can't get moved early because Palace are in the Europa League. So I can show you quickly. Like I have this is actually really good. I made this. So if you're in my you should have access to this GV to look at the all comps tracker. But I did like this all comps tracker, and I might even hide my face for a minute while I show it. Would you start out with Bowen, Bruno G, and Harry Wilson? Harry Wilson, probably. Yeah, so I can zoom in a little bit if you want to see closer. But basically, I've shown like all of the midweeks. You know how like Ben Crellin used to do a fixture transfer? This is like basically what that is. So here, like this is just up to 33, but I've got it all the way through to the end of the season, like where all the blanks and midweeks are. This is all saved for members in the Excel spreadsheet. But I just finished this earlier, so it will be saved after this stream. I think I didn't upload it to the Google Drive yet. So yeah, this is the semi-final after game week 24. After then, you'll know the potential doubles are Arsenal and Wolves in 26, which the Premier League have already confirmed there will be. Either Arsenal or Chelsea will be playing on, it's actually the 18th of Feb, the Wednesday. So those yellow ones, potential games. The reason that Man City won't double is because Crystal Palace have this Conference League playoff matches this week. So they cannot double in 26 or 27 because they were in that. Similarly, like City would have been in that if they hadn't made the top 8. So then City's doubles, basically, if they make it through instead of Newcastle also wouldn't be able to double in that week because they are playing. So if they make it through instead of Man City, they are playing in the UCL, in the Champions League knockouts. So basically, that is whoever wins out of that, Man City, Crystal Palace, Man City v Newcastle, like that double is going to go in 32 or 33, most likely. There is a small chance that if they get knocked out of the Champions League, either Man City or Newcastle in the round of 16, then it could potentially go into 31 or 32. But I think most likely it goes into 33. Especially if Man City go through and they're likely in the quarterfinals, then you'd expect it to go into 33 in the double. Yeah. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. Would I have Elvin Nilsson on a wildcard? Probably not. Did you send me that? What you sent me that wildcard? Sorry, Rob. Did you send it on Twitter? Did you say? I'll check it now. Let me just have a quick check on Team Leaks while I'm on Twitter as well. See if we've got anything interesting. Joe Willock set to be a part of the Newcastle squad tonight. Don't think Bruno G is starting. Not been confirmed to not be starting, but the Newcastle guys that know their stuff have said Willock is with the squad today, but Bruno's not so sure unless he's making his own way there. So I think Bruno G is not going to be in the team for Newcastle. That is the leak that I currently can see. And this guy's pretty reliable. Yeah, so probably no Bruno G is my leak. And then let me pull up Rob's wildcard team. Sorry, just give me a second to pull this. This your team? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'd say the Arsenal 50-50 really. I mean, not 50. I mean, maybe like 60-40 Arsenal make it through. On a wild card, yeah, I'd probably have Gabriel, Chalobah, Senesi, yeah. Michele, no, I'd probably have Alderette just to save the money. Anderson, potentially him, potentially Munoz. The midfield would probably be similar. I'd probably not have Wilson, and I'd probably have like Elliot Anderson, just again save the money. And then Evan Nilsson. I think I'd keep Thiago, just because I think he's been in such great form this season. So he'd just probably be Thiago. Yeah, if I go Alderweireld or Evan Nilsson for Thiago, yeah, that's probably what I'd do. Yeah, I don't mind Wilson over Elliot Anderson then. Ride Dubravka. I wouldn't you go your mate Cole Darlow instead of Dubravka? I think he's actually nicer because in game week 31, where Arsenal will be blanking. Sorry, not game week 31. In 34, there is a chance that, you know, FA Cup semi-finals, if there's like Arsenal and City both make it, then Burnley would be blanking in 34 as well. You wouldn't have a goalie. Whereas if you pick old mate Darlow, it's probably likely that Leeds and Bournemouth are not going to blank in 34. Like, I don't think they'll both make the FA Cup semi-final. Creepy or Mukiele to bench this week, Sheriff Elkeem. I'd play Mukiele. Bench Creepy. Sanchez and Timber over Raya and Chalobah. Rico told me into getting Chalobah. No, I prefer Raya and Chalobah. Yeah, I definitely prefer Raya and Chalobah. GV, thank you. Ideally, Raya plus Gabriel plus Saka and Haaland gets to get benched for me in game week 31. Yeah. a sort of similar GV, mate. I'd now have Rice over Saka, but I think that's the same as what I'm going to be looking at. And I'll be looking at transferring out my City players for that week. So I think easy week to manage then. So then you look at 31 and you look at like who Burnley have got, who Leeds have got. Leeds have got Brentford, that's probably all right. Burnley have got Fulham, that's probably all right. So Dubravka v Darlow, sort of easy. You sent me an updated picture. Yeah. Yeah, that's how much in the bank. Yeah, I like that one. I think you can keep Harry Wilson if you prefer and you don't want Munoz. But yeah, I think I like this. Bjorn, Bruno G's not travelling with Newcastle, I think. That's what I've heard from the Newcastle fans. No worries, Rob. Yeah, Amara, we'll pull you up, mate. Pull you up now. Six 25 minutes to the deadline, guys. Just FYI. Probably more so for me. Gonna have to go. Got to take the nan shopping. So hopefully a green arrow for everyone. DCL banks brace. Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get a brace, but I hope Leeds win. I'll give you that much. Can you help me benching? Yes, my peeps. Flick me your team ID, mate. Wow, great captaincy pick last week, Amidi. Replace Saka with Mbumo for -4. No, I wouldn't do that. Sheriff El Hakim. Looking at your team, Omar, you got 3 free transfers. Lemens is fine. Timber Gabriel, fine. I'd be looking at making a defence transfer. Wirtz and Mbumo, Wilson, Paqueta's gotta go. He maybe becomes an Enzo. Paqueta to Enzo. Is that up or down? It's 5.9 to what? 6.7, 0.8. Oh, you really don't have money. 0.8. Ekatike to Thiago. And then Vandenberg to Senesi. I think those are your 3 transfers. Ekatike to Thiago, Paqueta to Enzo, Vandenberg to Senesi, and then you play Timber, Gabriel, Senesi, Wirtz and Mbumo, Wilson, Enzo, Thiago, Raul, Haaland. Edwin, you sent your team ID earlier. Sorry, man, I completely missed that. No worries, Sheriff Al Hakim. Hopefully that was helpful, mate. Extra mild, Johnny boy, how are you, mate? Edwin, can you just flick me your team ID again? Who to Enzo? Paqueta to Enzo, Ekatike to Thiago, and Vandenberg to Senesi. I think that works really nicely. If you prefer and you can get to Munoz, then you can go to Munoz, but I think Senesi's fine. You can probably go Theo to Munoz in future week. Edwin, nice one, mate. Let's get you up. All right, 22 minutes to deadline. Thoughts on Ballard? I like Ballard. I think he's a really nice pick for Sunderland, but he's just 0.5 mil more expensive than Alderweireld. And I prefer Senesi's fixture run. Like Sunderland are tricky fixtures after Burnley this week. Thoughts on Tammy Abraham as a punt or no? No, let's wait and see on Tammy. Did Foden to Bruno. Chalobah, Gabriel, Tarko, bench Anderson. Play your midfield 5, Bowen, Haaland. You got Bowen v Chalobah, it's a bit annoying. Yeah, your bench has got to be Rodon, Guiu, Fulham, Anderson, I think. Is that right? Captaincy, I'm on Bruno. This week. Is that what you are? Is this the same? Are you thinking the same thing? Then Captain Haaland. Or Gabriel, if you want to be a bit wild and frisky. Which mini league? Yeah, Anderson first, yeah. Okay, let me get through these teams then. Babupus. An extra mild. John. Benching headache. 327. Abdullah, yeah, sure, mate. Can't believe you waited till now, mate. Benching headache. Yeah, okay. Have you transferred Foden, Babupos? Or is he still there? So I'd bench Foden. Bench Foden, bench Mane. I'd probably bench Ekatike unwillingly. Foden, Mane, Ekatike. Give me a sec. I did Foden to Bruno and Wirtz to Enzo. Yeah, I thought you might have done. That changes things. You got bench Mane. I'd probably Mane, Timber, and Lacroix. Mane, Timber, and Lacroix. Lacroix reluctantly. Could have been Tarko. Could have been Ballard. But I just felt Ballard v Burnley. So I think Tarko or Lacroix. I mean, you could have even benched Ekatike. But I think Mane 100%. I think Timber makes sense. Then one of Tarko, Lacroix, Ekatike. Gonna try and just flick through a bit quickly, Lucas. Sorry, we can talk on it on the chat, but I want to get through everyone quickly because I know there's only 17 minutes and last 10 minutes I don't like to do team reviews. I mean, really, last 15, I don't like to do team reviews, but I'm doing them because I know you guys. John 4850 Red Arrow. It's a shame, mate. Been dunking a little bit. 4 frees, John, mate. What have you done? Have you done any this week? I've been doing so badly, so I've wildcarded this week. Oh shit! I can't see it. I won't be able to see your wildcard team. But Rob put up a wildcard team. This is roughly probably what I'd be going with. I'll pull it up quickly. It's roughly what I'd be going with. And yours is similar, I guess. He went Sanchez over Raya and Timber over Chalobah. Oh no, you went Sanchez and Chalobah double. Okay, fine. I don't really like Rodgers. Semenyo's nice. I don't even like Mane either. I'd prefer an Anderson and a João Pedro. But then you have 3 Chelsea already. So yeah, fine then with Mana. I don't love Rodgers though. But okay, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think it's fine. If Rodgers could be like an Mbumo, that would be quite nice. I think Mukiele would be Alderete just for the money. If that helps you get Rodgers to Mbumo, Mukiele could go to Alderete for 0.5 mil. Who to start, Snessi or Munoz? Both. But I'd start Munoz for the upside, but both if you can. This week, both. Cool. Abdullah. Let's check your team, mate. 148271. Hey Bailey, you're back. Right for the deadline. Good luck this week, John, mate. Hope you can get up into the top 1k. Abdullah 1-3. Kelleher in goal. How did you end up with Kelleher in goal again? Probably played Dubravka this week over Kelleher against Villa. Tarko play. Senesi play. Bench Hall. Bench Anderson probably play Verge. Wirtz, Semenyo, Enzo, Saka, Rice, all play. All 5. Thiago Haaland. So bench Guiu, Hall, Anderson. Oh, you did Wirtz to Bruno. Yeah, I'd probably start Dubravka. Like, I think both teams concede. I don't think Brentford have a low block. That's what caused Villa a lot of problems. That like central low block that Everton play. That's how you stop Villa. But Brentford are not going to play that way. They have a bit more free flowing. Trippy, this is my team. Sanchez, Gabriel, Timber, Chalobah, Senesi, Munoz, Rice. Oh, shit, you have a good team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, you have 11 people. Oh, you have Haaland as well, I'm imagining. Wait, what? Isn't that 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 11. Oh, Sanchez, that's 12. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably bench Timber. Trippy. Yeah, Anderson, Hall, and Guiu on the bench. Yeah, I'd have the same bench, but yeah, I'd have the same bench, mate. I think that's what my bench would be. John Rodgers is now on Mbumo. Nice, mate. I think that's the punt that you got to go for. And Mbumo is a bit of a punt, but hopefully he's good. Alright, I think I've gone through everybody. If you got any questions now, you're just going to have to chuck them in the chat. Unless you're very, very desperate for a team review, I can do them very quickly, but I would rather not at this stage because it gets very stressful. But I can if I must. So chuck them in the chat if you desperately need. Otherwise, chuck your questions in the chat. I'll try my best to answer everything. I'm just going to make sure my team is living. Captain Bruno. Vice Captain Gabriel. Play Keane, play O'Reilly. Dom Calvert-Lewin's come in. Unbelievable scenes. What were your transfers this week? Gordon to someone? No, I went... Who did I go? Didn't I have him? I went Saka to Rice. And Rob donated £20 for me to bring Calvert-Lewin in for Guy, so I had to do that. And I think Bruno. I think I had 3 frees. I think I went Bruno really early in the game week. From memory. Yeah. I think I went Bruno like before the price changes. I think I had three frees. So I took 3 transfers. Took a -4. I wouldn't have taken a -4 if it wasn't for Rob, but I had to. It's the amount of my word. Kentaros, Captain Haaland or Saka? What do you think? Haaland. Q hat-trick for Rodgers. Yeah, of course. He's a massive point dodger, except when you take him out of your team. Then he's in the money. Why not Saka? Saka's not scored a goal for I don't know how many games. I took Saka out of my team for Rice this week. Versus Leeds may be good. Leeds are pretty decent. Adam, I'm 81 behind you. Points behind you. You're going to half the deficit by game week 28. Okay, well, if you do that, I hope it's by absolutely crazy captaincy choices and not me being shit. We haven't done some ASMR for a while. Nah, Thior and O'Reilly are probably people that I want to move to Senesi and Munoz. I'm actually a bit disappointed in myself that I haven't prioritised my defence. Does feel like Munoz was the move this week. I want to stick with the Arsenal assets for now and Munoz in 2 weeks. That's fair enough, but... Yeah, I mean... You just don't want to miss out on Munoz going nuclear, do you? I think all the games for Palace are good. I think you can go nuclear in these games against teams that are going to attack as well, like Forest and Brighton. But there's a chance of a clean sheet and there's also a chance of a goal. Do you know what I mean? 9 minutes to deadline, FYI, everybody. While I'm doing some ASMR. You need a Saka haul? Not this week, please. I just took him out. Would I have taken him out this week if it wasn't for DCL? Yeah, I might have gone Saka to Rice. Flexo! Hey, mate. It's been a while. Hey, mate. Start João Pedro or Bowen? João Pedro for me, mate. João Pedro for me. Good fixture against West Ham. I know West Ham have been doing a bit better recently. Generally, João Pedro loves to screw us when we do something like that. Mark might start Thiago away to Villa or Mukiele home to Burnley. Can't not start Thiago. Benching Richards, I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Yeah. But John's already queued the Rodgers hat-trick, so you might be all right. Early thoughts on Cricket World Cup? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure who the favourites are, to be honest. I just thought India would have been the favourites. Australia looked pretty strong as well. England, I don't think they got a chance. Wanikwan, start DCL or Timber? Timber. John, I'll team Munoz for Timber. Go with your gut, mate. Go with what your gut says. The gut is usually right. The gut is usually right. You'll only regret not going with your gut. You'll be able to live with not listening to me. But it'll upset you if you didn't go with your gut and you're wrong. But I will let you know I was right if I am right. But I'm sure you'll be able to live with that. See you, Flexo. Good to see you. Briefly, mate. Anyone going to Tomorrowland? Apparently the Tomorrowland tickets come out at 3 a.m. Well, I don't know what time it'll be in England, but... what time will it be in England? 4 p.m. today in Belgium. Big festival, EDM house, all that jazz. Yeah, I agree. Like, it's been a bit not been big promos and stuff, has it? And then you've had all this drama with now Scotland coming in for Bangladesh, and then check out the Iceland cricket team on Twitter. They're pretty funny. Check out they posted some funny comments to the ICC. I think Cyprus should be allowed in. Forget Scotland. Get us in there. I will be out in Cyprus, hopefully doing some coaching in March now. Do some kids coaching, and then we got a few tours. Trying to bring it into the schools a little bit there. And then we should have tours now in March. I think it's confirmed with Guernsey in Austria, I think. And then May is Finland, and then World Cup qualifiers are mid-May. Need that Cyprus v India match with Adam playing. That's it, mate. I'll be in the team for that for sure. Iceland also has a cricket team. Last time I checked, they used to play cricket on ice for promotional games. Yeah, that is. I mean, Iceland have I don't know how many people they have in the country, but not very many. So the fact they have a cricket team in it at all is impressive. I don't even know where they are. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Oh, that's a good quote. I like that. By the way, guys, 4 minutes to the deadline. So lock in your teams, lock in your captaincies, all of that jazz. That is a really good quote. Did you make that up, or is that a real thing? That sounds like it's a real thing, but for some reason I feel like you just made it up. It's a good quote if you did. You should trademark that. Kentaro, you're trolling me, bro. Come on. We're playing this game. Who should I bench? Come on, man. You're making me work hard. Bruno G, I don't think he's going to start. Oh, should I check that? Let me double check that leak. I got a leak that he wasn't going to start. Come on. Yeah, I don't think Bruno G's going to start. So I'd bench him. I'd bench Goodmanson, and I'd take the risk on O'Reilly and bench Anderson. Anderson would be first on my Bruno G first on the bench, I think. I'm going to roll with Bruno G potentially out. Yeah. That's what I'd do, Kentaro. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, okay, good. Sometimes I say things in my head. Yeah, bench Anderson, Bruno, Goodmanson. I think so. Take the risk on O'Reilly. Hopefully he starts for City. Nope, Kierkegaard. What's Kierkegaard? Oh, the quote. Yeah. I'm not that smart. I don't believe that, John. You're 4K in the world. Guys, 2 minutes to deadline. Lock in your transfers. Lock up your daughters. I said that one out loud. That was in a thought. Yeah, that's my team. That's my team. Refresh. Nice. 1 minute to the deadline. Let's get my boys up here. 9.9. Yeah, we had a few stagnant weeks lately. Just went 8.1, 8.8, 9.3, 9.9. Just slowly down. Need to have a good week this week, really. Thanks, Hoggy. Good luck this week yourself, mate. I'm keen for a green arrow. Keen for Bruno to do me something useful. Honestly, how long do we hold Thiago for? He needs to get some returns. Indefinite. I think you just hold until he dies. I mean, he got literally 17 points and 12 points like 4 game weeks ago. And it's just 2 weeks that he didn't get returns, Nish. You can't be that mad. He got you a hat-trick against Everton if you had him. I've had 5 small consecutive green arrows from 700k to 340. That's it, mate. That's how you start. That's how it starts. Let's just slowly climb. We're locked in, guys. 12:30. That's it. Bench 1, Raul Ekatike, Bruno G. And Bruno G. He's not playing. Miami Central. Too late, though. Bruno G's out. All right, guys. Deadline has passed. Game is updating. Hopefully late minutes transfer cap works like last week. Good luck. Oh, Amara did something crazy. Oh, no. What did you do? Yes, good luck, everybody, this game week. Paqueta to Enzo and Ekatike to Brobby. Oh, dear. Brobby cap! Oh, Mara, mate, you're losing your mind. You're losing your mind. Nish, good luck, mate. Good luck, John. Kickoff is back for the giveaway. Of course he is. I'm going to bed, unfortunately, so no giveaway today. Especially now Rob's not here. Rob deserves to be in the giveaway. It was in Boomer. I was like, just do it. Proper on Boomer, okay. Good luck, Paul. Thanks everybody for joining this week. Next week, there's a weird deadline, isn't there, next week? Yeah, next week probably no deadline stream. 5:30 a.m. I might do an early deadline if people are interested in that, and I can do like just an early stream. We talk through, help you guys with your teams. Saturday, 7 o'clock. Yeah. No giveaway. I'm always doing giveaways. Can't do them every week. I run out of money. I'm already skint and moving to England. Yeah, I'll try. If you guys want a stream next week, we'll do an early one. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not going to do 5:30 a.m. It's just too crazy. And also, yeah, I got to get up and get stuff done on Saturday. I'm probably going to have a open house. So yeah, good luck everybody this week. Anybody that's recently become a member, send us your WhatsApp and your Gmail email so I can add you to the WhatsApp group and to my FPL API spreadsheet stuff with all the info, my fixture planners, everything like that. Yes to early stream, Bjorn, sure. Yeah, if you are a member, send us your WhatsApp so you can join the chat. And yeah, I think watch out for a couple of videos in the week. I'll try and put one up at least for all the data and all the best players to be bringing in for next game week. Good luck to everybody this week. Hope all the transfers go well. I will catch up with you all at some point in the week. Send me any chats, DMs, comment on the YouTubes if you have any questions for me. This has been your English Aussie. Catch you guys very soon. Have a great game week, guys. Catch you later.